Welcome to tea time. I think that my phone is insisting that we do it this way today. So, hello. It's Tuesday. I'm doing tea time with Elsa without tea because I forgot to get my tea right now. But I have Kate, the mule, right here with me to help me with tea time today. I am at Creekside in Woodside, California, where I just finished a clinic, and I feel very, very honored to have animals like Kate to help educate me in all the things that I need to learn to do better. Okay. She's a very good teacher. It's been a really, really good weekend. It's fun to be back on the road. It's fun to be teaching. Hello, Christian. Welcome to tea time. I wanted to talk today a little bit about honoring individual personalities and how everybody is different, including Kate the mule. So as you'll notice, Kate loves to be close. Kate loves to be touching. Happens to be her favorite distance. And she's very, very sweet. I'm absolutely honored to have you do tea time with me. And if I'm honest, that's why I didn't bring my teas, because I knew that my hands would be busy. I've got one hand on the camera and one hand entertaining Kate. In freedom-based training, I think it's really important for us to honor the individual. Honor the individual animal, honor the individual human for what's important to them. So if touch is very important to Kate, if I don't touch her, she's going to touch me. And that's what it comes down to. Okay, she's going to make sure that her needs get met. And I could tell her she's wrong. I could tell her she's bad. I could try and change who she is. Or I could choose to honor it and fill her needs until they soften. And I really do think it's possible to fill the needs until they soften, and then the comfort zone grows and you have a bigger realm to work in. Hi. So Kate really likes touch. Touch is very important. She also likes, action and stillness at the right times. And I don't know her very well. Like, we are getting to know each other. We got to work with each other in the clinic, but she's new to me and I'm getting to know her. And so filling her needs before I change her or before I attempt to grow her comfort zone is going to be really important. Huh, Kate? So yeah, it's really fun to have a new friend. I mean, you can see she gets a little bit nippy when I start ignoring her, which makes, tea time a little challenging because I'm talking to you guys. Because I don't know her very well, it's going to take a little bit more attention for me to try and fill her needs before she gets irritated with me for not filling them. Now, in most, dominant horse training, we would insist that the horse respect our needs first. Like, our human needs become very important. And so I might do something like I'm doing here, where I step far enough away from the fence so that fence can be a dominant boundary. And my human need is that I need to talk to you guys for tea time, and I need her to be a little bit more patient with the fact that I fill her need for touch and entertainment and soothing and whatever it is that she had in mind. So there's nothing wrong with a dominant boundary. If I wasn't filming tea time, if I wasn't a little distracted, I would really try and work within the range of what she felt was a good relationship. Fill her needs first. And then once her tension comes down, she feels understood, she feels acknowledged, then we'll start to stretch the edges and say, now that I've filled your needs, could you fill my needs? And this is going to be a really back and forth organic process. Because I'm the one that initiates this relationship, I'm the one that has to give first, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give what the horse needs, or the mule in this case, and I'm gonna really try and understand how to fill that. I don't always know the answer, but I'm gonna work at what's the right feel, what's the right timing, so that I can fill their needs, and then their tension goes down. And when their tension goes down, they get more community minded, and they want to know what my needs are. Now you can see Kate's pushing a little bit on the fence. She's pushing towards me. She's a little frustrated that I'm not filling her needs for touch, okay? And that is where a dominant boundary can be really helpful, okay? I used the fence, I pulled away a little bit so that I didn't have to argue with her about the fact that I'm a little busy right now and I can't necessarily always fill her needs. Now, if I pay attention, it is possible I can fill her needs for a moment. Hi. She's really beautiful. Yes, you are. You're very beautiful. And then if I feel like I don't have enough bandwidth to fill her needs, it's really important that I put myself in a position where I don't have to argue with her about that. I can spend time with her in a way that feels safe to both of us. Huh, Kate? So those are my thoughts this weekend, but I wanted to take it just a little farther, and that is in thinking about us as people. Okay, so some of us are extroverts, some of us are introverts, some of us are really talkative, some of us are really quiet. We want to acknowledge who we are, what our preferences are, what are our needs as a human being, and then see if there's room for that in the relationship with the horse or not. Okay, so for instance, my need is to talk to you guys in this video and film tea time. And there really wasn't room for that in this relationship with Kate today. So because there wasn't room for my need, it was really important that I set up some sort of a dominant boundary to get my needs filled, okay? And not get Kate in trouble for it. Like, it's not her fault that she doesn't know how to fill my needs yet. Just like it's not my fault that I can't always fill her needs. Now, hopefully, if I'm not busy with the phone, I can tame my wild, tame my impatience, and say, you know what, maybe Elsa's needs can settle for a while. And we can just put Elsa's needs on the shelf and see if we can fill Kate's needs for a little while. Okay? And then, you know, if Kate still can't fill my needs, maybe I need to go a little farther away. And when I go a little farther away, I can fill my own needs, fill my own bank back up. And then when I'm feeling full and content and my needs are full, I'm going to come back to the horse and say, how do I have to be to fill their needs? And so, you know, we reach a place where our human needs don't always mesh very well with the horse's needs. If you're going to have, you know, a dominant fence like this, you can say, I'm still going to spend time with you even though I'm not filling your needs. Kate doesn't think it's particularly fair. I'm awfully close, but I'm not touching her. I don't have the bandwidth to touch her in exactly the right way while talking to you guys. So in this situation, I'm going to use that dominant boundary, and I can stay with her without filling the needs because the fence is there. Okay? If I didn't have the fence there, I would have to go a lot farther away to fill my needs to talk to you guys on tea time. So this is just something to think about. What are your needs as a human being? Do you need to be busy? Do you need to be talkative? Do you need to be quiet? Do you like to be still? Do you like to be busy? Is that actually okay for your horse or mule? If it's not, go fill your needs far enough away from the animal that you can come back to them on their terms. Okay, so we can come up to Kate with enough attention to say, would you like to do a little bit of touching? Because in this moment, I could do that. Okay, so now I'm right up close to the fence, and Kate's willing to soften her needs a little bit so that I can be closer instead of having to pull away. And it becomes this back and forth of me softening my needs to adjust to her, and her softening her needs to adjust to me, and both of us growing our comfort zone in the process. So those are my thoughts for today. Thank you guys for sharing some time with Kate and I. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you have any ideas of things you'd like me to talk about in future tea times, let me know. And that is hello from Woodside, California, from Kate and Elsa for Tuesday Tea Time. Thank you guys.